Becoming a millionaire may seem like a far-fetched dream, but in reality, it's a lot more common than you would think. There are 60 million millionaires in 2024, and that figure is up by triple compared to 10 years ago in 2014. Now, there's no denying that the road to wealth takes time and dedication. However, did you know that all of these millionaires tend to share a common set of traits? Therefore, in this video, we'll be covering 5 signs that you'll be rich in the future. Sign number 1, when you see an obstacle, you overcome it. It sounds simple enough, but successful people focus on opportunities rather than things holding them back. With so many businesses now online and digitalized, it's never been easier to start a side hustle due to lower barriers of entry. Let's say you have the most amazing business idea which could make you millions of pounds, but you never act on it because you're too busy. How much is that idea actually worth? Well, in reality, it's gonna be worth 0 if you don't act on it. I'm sure we've all been through this situation, but do you have that one friend which is always beaming with new ideas that is going to make them millions of pounds? However, when you chat to them in 6 months' time and you ask them, how's that idea going? They're just there making excuses, 0 progress. Oh, work's a bit too busy. I'm tired. I need to wash my car. Yet somehow they still have time to keep up to date with the latest Netflix series. I have tons of friends like that, and I'm sure you do as well. I have one friend which has said for the past 4 years he's going to start YouTube. Every time I see him on the weekend, I've got a great idea for a YouTube video. It's been 4 years, not even one video has been uploaded. When normal people encounter a problem, they quit, they make an excuse, they call it bad luck, and they just stop trying completely. However, when rich people encounter a problem, yes, they may pause, they may take a second to think, but they find a way to overcome that problem and they get the job done. And this is regardless of their motivation or their passion. They do not give up. The longer you leave an idea in your head, the longer you have time to convince yourself out of it. So if you're the type of person just to get going and sort the problems as they come, then that's a sign that you'll be rich in the future. Sign 2, assets take priority. When was the last time you went to purchase something and you stopped and thought to yourself, is this going to bring me money or is it going to take money away from me? See, life is quite simple. On one side, you have liabilities, so clothes, cars, gadgets, other items which aren't going to bring you money but drain money from your life. And on the other side, you have assets, so housing, stocks, crypto, bonds, and so on, items which will put money in your pocket. By utilizing your buying power to build long-term assets as you grow old, you can set yourself up for financial freedom. Research shows that the first £100,000 that you make is the most hardest, but once you break this barrier, your wealth will snowball in a way that you've never seen before. Getting money to work for you rather than you working for money is the only way to achieve some sort of financial freedom. And I'm sure you've probably heard that before many times. When normal people hear this, they quote money doesn't buy happiness to justify buying liabilities which will bring them short-term gain but long-term downfall. Whereas rich people will happily live below their means if it means they can prioritize buying assets because they know these assets will bring long-term happiness. Sign number 3, you know there is so much more to learn. How many people do you know when they have a couple of days off or they have a spare evening, a free weekend, they just spend their time watching TV, binging Netflix? Probably 99% of the people you know do that. And there's nothing wrong with watching a bit of TV, watching a bit of Netflix to unwind. I do that myself. But I'm talking about these people that believe education stops once you finish school. These people don't realize it, but they're extremely arrogant and it's causing their own downfall. They see people getting rich and they think it's down to luck. But in reality, they haven't spent time working on their skill set. They would rather criticize others and make excuses so they don't have to face the problem in the mirror. The strange thing is, the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know in life. The richest people I've ever met are never afraid to say, I don't understand this. They're never afraid to seek education. And there's a reason that we have 2 ears but only 1 mouth. Rich people understand that life is about continuous learning and taking these new ideas to create some sort of action plan. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So if you constantly prepare yourself for the unknown, you'll be the luckiest man alive. Sign 4, you don't compare yourself to others. Man conquers the world by conquering himself first. Comparing yourself to others can can lead to poor judgment and short-term decision making, which will only jeopardize you in the long run. Let's take Messi as an extreme example here. He has spent years perfecting his skill set, his craftsmanship, to become one of the greatest football players of all time. Now, I play five-a-side football every week, but if I was to compare myself to Messi, I would look pretty awful. Just because I don't measure up to Messi, does that mean I should quit, feel resentment, get angry? No, because if I was to 1v1 Messi on anything financial, from accounting to M&A, he would get smoked. Normal people observe other people's success, get frustrated, and then never act on their own goals. However, rich people understand everyone has their own unique talents and their own timelines. Therefore, they never compare themselves to others because they know the value they bring deep down. Sign 5, you have confidence. Have you ever complimented someone that's done really well and they sort of look down on their achievements and just brush it to the side? Maybe they don't want to blow their own trumpet, they don't want to look too cocky, but in reality, they're probably lacking self-confidence. By downplaying their own skills, others will view them as worthless. This is so much more important if you have a side hustle or a high-paying job, because the more confidence you portray, the more confident your client or your team will be in you, and the better you're going to perform. And do not underestimate this, because if you are starting out, that effect amplifies if you have no money to your name or no reputation. You might have heard the quote, fake it till you make it. Well, that actually has a pinch of truth in it. Confidence allows you to take calculated risks because you'll know you'll come out on the other side winning regardless of the situation. For example, let's say you work in a big company in the tax department and you're responsible for doing the company taxes every single quarter. If someone approached you outside of work asking you to do their tax returns as a side hustle, what would your answer be? Normal people would fill their mind with self-doubt. What if I do it wrong? When will I find the time? I'm not specialized in that industry. As a result, they will always pass on these additional opportunities that come by. Rich people take a hold of the opportunity regardless of the situation. They might not be fully knowledgeable in the area, but they are confident in their abilities and understand that they will find a way to get the job done regardless. And those are 5 signs that you'll be rich in the future. Let me know in the comments if you show any of these.